The city of Seattle accused of discrimination for closing a park ahead of a planned prayer rally. The city says it shut the park down due to, quote, anticipated crowding from the Christian event, despite left-wing protests that continue throughout the city. But the showdown didn't stop the prayer rally, which was held in the street. Let Us Worship rally organizer and founder of Hold the Line, Feucht, joins us now. Hey, Sean, so good to see you again.
Hey.
Good morning.
So good to be with you guys.
Well,
good
we
morning.
just love what you're doing. I know you're traveling around cities and you're promoting revival instead of riots. But the city of Seattle, what happened over the weekend when you tried to do that in Seattle?
Well, you know, it's so wild because yesterday they had on 4th Avenue in Seattle, they had Antifa rioters throwing mauve cocktails at policemen. And yet the city focused their energy on our peaceful worship and prayer rally in Gasworks Park. They barricaded the whole park. They put fences around it. I don't even know how much tax dollars was wasted on that. And were blocking us out from gathering to worship. What
was their reason? What'd they tell you?
They just said anticipated crowding from an event. I mean, we were the only event that was planned. You know, we were the only rally that was scheduled to be there. So it was obviously a targeting and a discrimination towards believers in this city.
What do you think the real reason is?
I mean, there's just a bias. You know, it's the height of hypocrisy right now that they're letting these cities, succumb to rioting and burning and pillaging, and yet they're targeting Christians.
Yeah, so this is what the city of Seattle said about closing down the park. They said, out of concerns for the safety of all those who visit Gasworks Park, we have opted to close the entire park for the day. Seattle Parks and Recreation does not allow unpermitted public events to take place in Seattle parks and ask the public to continue to adhere to current public health guidelines so that we can keep our parks open. You know, Sean, I know you've traveled around. That was your 21st city. Why are you doing this, and what are the crowds telling you?
Well, by the way, last night it was pretty easy. We just pivoted and we called it a worship protest. So now technically it's legal and we went to the streets. But yeah, what we're experiencing across America is, especially with the churches being closed and, these godless politicians that are taking aim at the church, people are rising up. There's a backlash that's growing. We had 12,000 people that gathered with us at the Capitol in Sacramento 2 nights ago, and it's just continuing to build momentum.
Sean, tell us about your story. I know did you get saved in college? I was reading about your life last night, and it said that what happened?
Well, I grew up in church, and my parents were both full-time medical missionaries. And so I grew up watching the move of God in other nations in the world, and really have largely been focused on other nations until the pandemic hit. And we just, wasn't able to travel anywhere. And so I felt like the Lord said, focus on your nation for the sake of your children, fight for America. And so that's what we've been doing.
I know you have 4 beautiful children, your beautiful wife. And thanks so much for always coming on our show and saying yes to our invitation. And thanks so much for what you're doing. Our country needs faith right now, and we need God more than ever.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for supporting us. It really means the world.
You're welcome. God bless you.
Ready to worship?
river. Yeah. We're gonna dance in the river. Yeah. We're gonna dance in the river. Yeah. We're gonna dance. Hey. We're gonna dance in the river.